All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another special video of Black Desert. So today we're going to be talking about the new mini game Green Thumb system that they added to life skilling. And is it worth it? We'll talk about all the technical stuff and how to unlock it. First of all, how do you know what it is? So if you go to your life skill mastery things over here, you'll see at the top the gathering thing where you can toggle on and off. If you have that, that means you have the mini game Green Thumb unlocked, and you can turn it on and off, and we'll talk about why you should consider that. So first of all, how do you unlock it? You go to the quest line down here. I believe it's under the life skill tab, the Green Thumb right here. So where do you start this? It's a 7 quest line, and you start it in the new region. So all the way down here, start somewhere around town over here, and then it'll tell you to go gather various things all across the world. And realistically, it should take you about maybe 10 to 30 minutes, depending on your gather speed and everything. So I want to show you what it's like. I put on some various life skill stuff, and we'll just go over here for a demonstration. And to make sure it's on, just make sure the thing looks like it's on. So the concept of this is, oh yeah, we got it first try. Oh, hold on. Oh my god. See? Oh, that was actually a kind of good one. But anyway, the concept is you use, when you're gathering normally, you have a chance to proc it. And when you successfully do it, you use 10 extra energy. And then if you do it right, it's basically like 10 in one gathering, more or less. And so when I tested it earlier, it was about my gathering rotation to dump all my energy, 550, is about an hour and 20 minutes just going through everything normally. And when I used this, it was basically around 40 minutes. So yes, it does cut down a lot of time, but is it really worth doing? So if you are not using Agris on your gathering, I think it more or less equals out to what you would get normally. And the mini game is different, I believe, based on what you're doing. Like if you're chopping trees or you're gathering meats or saps and everything. I think overall the materials come out mostly even. Sometimes you might get lucky, like what you just saw in the video where I just proc 10 sharps. That usually doesn't happen. Most of the time you just get the raw material. And let me just, here, you could watch my loot feed, and then let's try to get another one. So what people are wondering is, how long do you take between getting the Green Thumb thing? And quite honestly, it's roughly, you get one within every like 20 energy from my experience. Has any factors? Let's take a look at it again. You can use it when you're gathering anything, obviously, except for water, which it tells you right there. Sometimes I think that it is worth it depending on what you're doing, but at the same time, it would be really nice if you're gathering like truffles, for example, but I think that's usually a little bit harder. Also, what happened? Remember when everyone was trying to get this? I guess everyone needs the gold keys and everything for whatever they're doing. But man, there's a lot of orders, and I kind of ran out of gold keys. So, oh man, I regret it. I should have stocked up a few thousand back when it was relevant. But I guess whatever. The best way to get it is by like fishing and turning those in for the keys and getting it from there. But yeah, I just wanted to proc this a few more times so you guys can see it. And let's talk about the technical side. From my experience, like just around here earlier, I was testing it. You know how on average you get, well, I guess this also factors into your mastery, how much meat you can get or whatever you're processing. Plus, if you have a hedgehog pet that could potentially double proc. I have never seen a double proc happen. The materials, like I'm getting, as you guys can see, like 15, 8 to 20 or something. And this is just like normal gathering, no Agris, barely any buffs going on. Well, I just have the standard stuff you can get, and everyone can still get this. The event is still on. So if I wanted to push 2000 mastery, with all this, like I'm butchering at 1835 right now. If I wanted to push 2000, obviously I could just add the Khan's Heart in between min-max the timer, and then that'd be 1850 plus adding all the extra stuff. So here's how it works. You get it into the gold line. It's like one of those mini games that you play in an arcade. So you see how we successfully used it. We used 10 energy, but then we got like an extra 204 meat. Now most of the time, that's like the average you get. And sometimes if you get lucky, you can start proccing and you'll get lucky with the sharps or hards or capra stones. So those are kind of a bonus, but overall, I guess I would say if you are gathering with Agris, you might want to... I don't think it's worth it if you're trying to min-max with Agris on. But if you're just normal gathering and don't care. Also, if you're trying to go for very specific things like, I don't know, truffles or something, or various saps. Like, if you're out in the forest going for multiple different kinds of saps, it could be helpful. That's when you should turn it on. But overall, I think the only time to keep it off is when you're using Agris on it, because you'll get more overall if you don't have it off, and like it uses 10 energy, right? So I think your total profits will be a little bit higher, but it does save a little bit of time. So yeah, let's proc this a few more times just to give you a little bit of a sample size of how often this procs and what other stuff we can get. Here it is. We're at 9.7. Oh, that's a 20 proc. I think the XP is factored in based on what you get. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already picked up the quest line, I definitely recommend doing it. I think it is worth the time, just so you can save time on gathering. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.